Joining us now on BNC via Skype is the head men's basketball coach at Bethune-Cookman University. Ryan Ritter is his name, and he just finished his third season leading the Wildcats. Coach Ritter, we appreciate your time. Now, you recently posted your feelings on the climate of this country that has resulted from the tragic death of George Floyd. Your post said, and I quote, "As a white male in America, I can no longer sit back and watch. I will never know what it's like to be black in America, but I do know I have the privilege to coach some of the best and brightest young people in the world who happen to be black. We laugh, cry, compete, argue, but most importantly, we love each other. I'm privileged to have a beautiful wife and daughter who don't have to worry when I go out for a jog or take a walk that I may not return due to my skin color. This is the sad reality that we are living in, and we have to be active in our approach to gain equality for our black brothers and sisters. I don't have all the answers or solutions to end racism, but I know that my voice and actions will be geared toward making the change we need." Coach Ritter, give our viewers a sense as to why you chose to publicize your feelings.
Well, I think, as a coach and a leader and hopefully someone of influence, I'm directly impacted by the climate of our country right now. And I'm so fortunate to get to teach and coach young people specifically, a majority of those being black. And I just thought it was the right time, to really take a stand and not just have our players understanding and have their back, but also just to challenge, people that look like me to get out of their comfort zones and really try to make an impact on moving this nation forward. Because as far as I can remember, this is as tough as it's been.
Now, one of the jobs of a college coach is to go into a young person's home and tell that person's parents that you will take care of that person like they are one of your own. Do times like these ever enter into your mind when you say that to a parent?
Scares the heck out of me. I wish you could see right now. I got chills because our number one priority. Everyone thinks we run plays and coach basketball, but that's such a fraction of what we really do. Our number one job is to take care of these young people, their parents, their families. They've given us the responsibility of taking care of their greatest gift from God. And when I see something, what's happened to George Floyd and so many others, recent events. It scares me because I know that they've trusted me to take care of their children. And when you see an act like this, it just makes you want to hug them tight and help them through these circumstances.
All right, if we're being honest, even at this point in time, it's different for many people to see a white coach leading an HBCU program. So what is the dynamic like for those of you in those positions at HBCUs when there are incidents like the one that occurred in Minneapolis?
Well, I think the first thing is, and I said it in my post, I'm not a young black man in America. I can't put myself physically in those shoes. So the first thing for me is to open up my ears and listen and try to understand some perspective where some of my players, maybe some of my assistants, some of my staff members have been, and truly just be a lending ear where they're able to voice whatever they want. Because I can't pretend that I've ever been in their shoes, but really just to comfort them, to understand that, hey, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm here, and I'm here to help however that may be. And being a white guy at HBCU, people got to understand that this is historically black. These universities and colleges were started because of opportunities that weren't given to minorities. They're not exclusively black. These are opportunities that before we allowed minorities into higher education, this was the only opportunity they had. And so I take pride in working at Bethune-Cookman University. I fully value the mission. I love being here. I love hopefully having an opportunity to impact these young people's lives.
Now, players look up to their coaches no matter race or gender. So what do you say to them when they're looking up at you in that huddle or even in your office or at this time via Zoom or whatever virtual means they have? They're in shock and they're questioning everything about society in a time like this. What do you say to them?
The first thing is, I think, unfortunately, we got to be honest where we are in 2020. And there's still a lot of people that look like me that have, judgments based on skin color. And that's unfortunate. And, we've got to be very truthful. We've got to be honest about where we are. But they've got to know that we've got their backs and we love them, and that we're here to help them through these times. It may be an uncle, maybe an aunt, maybe a grandparent, maybe a child. But these are impactful to everyone, and they just got to know that regardless of skin color or position or title, that we're here for you.
He's one of the bright coaches in all of college basketball, named this spring to ESPN.com's 40 under 40 list of men's college coaches. Ryan Ritter of Bethune-Cookman University. Sorry that these circumstances make up the root of this conversation, but we appreciate your voice and your outlook. Here's hoping more follow your lead, sir. Thanks for your time, and you're welcome back at any time to Black News Channel.
Thank you so much for having me. Hopefully the circumstances will be significantly different next time we get a chance to spend some time together.